So what do you guys remember from last session?
There was a hunt.
We discussed about getting food and supplies for everyone.
Well, then Kiki got the munchies.
Yeah. There was another battle amongst us, and finally we had to go hunt. And apparently we hunted a little kid.
Yes. The dark
Yes,
side
you
came
did.
out in us.
Yep, little girl. The shopkeeper's little girl.
And Bard afterwards realized what he could have done, being in the lead on the hunt, and didn't think about it in the heat of the moment.
And Owen's viewers are very wise. They supposed that if we had rolled that there was an older person, I would have said it's the shopkeeper's wife or the brother or something. That's exactly correct.
Mhm.
That is correct. I am emotionally manipulating my people. Okay. Anything else do you guys remember? Rose and Owen came back and saw a scene of
Yep.
chopped up little girl to bits.
They tried to cover up some of the stuff a little bit, but Owen decided that he wanted to return the body, and then a ghost of a little girl appeared to Rosario and was like, "Bitch."
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Okay. So, Rose and Owen, as I recall, Owen was starting his meditation.
Yeah.
Rose,
It was 2 hours.
You were on watch.
Yeah.
Yep. So, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look at the little girl, look at the body, and look back at the little girl, and be like, "Wait, would I recognize her, or was she just so torn up I wouldn't have even failed to recognize that this is little girl?"
I guess you wouldn't recognize her. She was too tore up. So it would have just been some random little girl to you.
Oh, okay.
But
I'll
I mean, I
consider-
think it stands to reason. You could put two and two together. I think it would be pretty easy to figure that one out.
Okay, I'll probably just look at her, raise an eyebrow, and be like, "How did you get in here?"
And she when she says that to you, she just kind of fades away afterwards.
I gotta look at the spot where she was very confused. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check around, check the front door, make sure everything's closed and locked. Then I'll head upstairs, make sure the latch upstairs is locked before I head back downstairs again.
Okay. Yeah, and everything looks good. You guys are gonna see a refresh real fast.
Yeah, so as long as nothing else happens, I guess I'll just wait for Owen to wake up. I mean, I'll wait for the next 2 hours before I wake up Owen.
Okay. 1, 2, boom. Okay, Owen is awake. You've successfully completed your long rest. What you doing?
I'll tell Owen what I saw, and I'll tell Owen what I think I saw.
Ghost of a small girl? That's very odd.
Yeah. Well, plus she called me a bitch, so I only can assume, pointing to the cloth body, probably that.
It's not like there's enough really to determine if it was her.
Well, it is Barovia. But then again, I have not seen any ghosts here, only vampires and werewolves.
Ghosts wouldn't surprise me, though. Well, I'm rested enough. I'll keep an eye out for any more apparitions.
Okay, I will then take my rest. If anything happens, let me know.
Very well then. Rest easy.
Thank you.
Hey, yeah, Owen, is there anything that you wanted to do during this rest, or while everyone else is asleep, or?
Yeah, he did mention that he was going to travel back into town and find a spot to kind of hide the body.
Okay. So, are you looking to just kind of go up straight to the gate and just kind of find a spot? Or are you looking outside the gate? What do you like? Whereabouts do you want to go?
What is it? Just before midnight-ish? Is that what time it is?
Yeah.
I don't know what they would even let me in at night this late.
Not.
Yeah,
But I do have a
probably not.
shell. You can easily transport it in there.
Didn't even think of that.
I feel like that's fairly normal to not have thought about stuffing a little
Yeah.
girl's mangled up body in Rosario's shell.
Yeah. I guess he would try to have it somewhere near the walls, not directly in front of the gate, but not too far off. I'm
Okay.
trying to. There's a spell. Hold on. I'm missing some of my spells, but I'm quickly finding them. What was that spell?
I
Enhanced
forgot to leave
ability.
yours to the default.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Hey, come on. I also see that the there we go. The character sheets look different, so
I can change yours. Yours was the default one. I can change yours to the default if that's what you would prefer.
I mean I'm just more used to it. We don't have to do it now, but
It's just a push of a button. I
oh,
like
is it?
that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. All right. Wow.
Yeah. So just let me know which one you prefer.
Yeah, I think I like this one. The default.
Okay.
Just making sure.
There we go. Yeah, he
Making
would
sure he has it. Yep. Cool.
cast enhance ability on himself using Cat's Grace to give him advantage on dexterity checks. And, unarmored, he would still go with his mace and shield. But as far as plate armor, he would just go kind of out in his garb, his new cloak, keep the hood up. But he'll try to sneak somewhere that, perhaps a patrolling guard might notice it or something like that.
Okay. I just put your character or your token on the board. Go ahead and kind of show me where you want to sneak to.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. I'm not seeing any tokens.
Nor am I.
You don't see this one?
No.
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't see any tokens.
No.
No. Is he on a hidden layer, maybe?
Oh, I see it. It's just his. I see him. I could go scroll over him.
Yeah, it's just dark. You blend.
Oh, do I? I really don't.
Yeah, I don't.
Right here.
How dark is it for you guys?
I mean, it looks.
Yeah, I don't see
Too dark.
anything.
Is it like ineffective to see?
Yeah, there's like no. He has like no light radius around him.
So
I'm
these
pretty sure Owen can see in the dark.
It's fine.
yeah. These little marks are like severe rises in elevation, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You can see where my mouse is, right?
Yep.
It's maybe like right there, like along the road, but also kind of using this kind of rise as cover.
Okay.
Yeah. He'll...
Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth check
All right.
with advantage, of course.
Oh boy, his best. Let's see. Go.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll set the bundle down, and he'll take the holy symbol of the Morning Lord, and also kind of put it with the bundle. give kind of a holy prayer in Elvish, before like slowly backing out and moving back towards the fortress.
Okay. And you don't hear any alarm bells or anything going off. It's silence as you utter your prayer and back away. And it does appear that you have been able to successfully leave the body without being spotted. So you arrive back at the fortress. Anything else that you wanted to do before we complete the rest for everybody else?
Yeah, he'll get Pete up, and start packing his bag and stuff like that. Maybe he'll start putting his armor on. But otherwise, that would be it.
Okay. Okay. So morning comes. You guys all wake up. Kiki, the bard, Hella. The experience that you guys had was it was almost like a really bad nightmare. You do remember everything that happened last night, but it's just like with the exception of you, the bard, the Kiki and Hella, you guys just felt like it's like this weird almost dream type sensation. But the bard, you remember, you know exactly what was going down, and it's all very clear for you. But all of you kind of gather your wits about you, and you look around, and you don't see any. There's no blood, no body. What do you guys do?
The bard is gonna remain like not like physically, but he's gonna remain distant and just staring at his hands for a bit. Kind of keeping to himself, thinking to himself, what the fuck did I just do?
Nope.
So I remember it, but I don't like clearly remember it.
So you remember it. It's just you're like 50-50 on like, was it a dream or was it like a bad nightmare? Was it real? Like you're on the fence.
Well, Kiki, she will sit up and she will just look over at the bard, and she'll look at Hella, and she'll just have this horrified look on her face, and she'll just look at both of them and she'll say, "What did I make you guys do?"
The bard's just gonna be silent, just staring at his hands.
I'm gonna look at her. It's like, can you be sure you really made us do anything? Like, it almost kind of feels like, I might have just, kind of like when you eat, like some really bad food and just, get one of those bad dreams kind of scenarios. You might not have made us do anything.
I really feel in my gut that something's not right. I would never do something like that.
The bard just walks up to the roof.
Okay. What are you doing up there?
He's contemplating a lot, how to help his friends, but also he's on the fence of what he needs to do.
Okay. Rosario, and Owen, you guys are kind of seeing your teammates react this way. What are you guys doing?
Do I hear their conversation, what they're talking about and everything?
Oh yeah.
I gotta look at Kiki. And I was like, there's only one thing you possibly can do. There's only one solution. we either kill White Claw and hope that cures you, or we take the deal with the abbot.
It was me, though. It was my fault. I told them to do it.
I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder and be like, you cannot blame yourself for what you cannot control. I do not know what happened. We only saw the aftermath.
So Kiki will immediately, like when you touch her, she'll immediately jerk and just kind of run over into a corner, and she'll just look at you and say, "Please don't get near me. I might hurt you."
If you hurt me, you hurt me. As long as you don't hurt Owen.
And she'll just say no, and she'll run up to the roof, and then I'll just have her shapeshift into a bird, and she's gonna just fly off kind of by herself.
I'm gonna look towards Owen and I'm like, we have to cure our teammates.
Precisely. And that's why, with or without you all, I'm going to Valaki.
Do you think that perhaps the Abbot might be willing to make some kind of deal? Any deal to cure them before we go to Valaki?
I doubt it. He seemed quite pressed about having this Casimir fellow.
My concern is if we head there, everyone is going to be trying to hunt them. After all, when we were in Valaki, wolves and wolf pellets and everything else was strewn about. If they find out while we're in Valaki, it's not going to go down well.
Valaki doesn't seem to be checking for werewolves or any type of lycanthropy. We should be fine, and Valaki is not too long of a travel, especially if we move in formation.
Okay.
I feel like we could find this Casimir and be back before nightfall if we move. Kiki taking off like that's gonna put us back, but I feel she needs some time. As soon as everyone's ready, we're heading out. I've already got Pete ready. Everyone's bags are already packed. I made sure everyone's belongings are together.
I don't think it was
Okay.
that. Hold on.
Whatever you think is best, I will go along with you. As long as you stick with the plan, if Kiki or any of them turn against you, you will head to where it's safe.
Very well. But I suppose we should support our friends now. Kiki needs a moment. Have you tried talking to the Bard or Hela yet?
I'm not the best at words. I think you're probably the best person for that.
Perhaps.
Whatever you decide, and you and Kiki decide, I'll go support both of you.
I'm sure they're quite devastated of what they've done. Let's not press on it too much.
No, my only concern is whatever triggered it. I thought we got the food in time. That brings
Yeah.
my concern to you. We have to have some kind of failsafe. I can't lose you. It would go very against the whole purpose of me being here.
Well, I've got ways of getting away. I feel like I'm pretty tough to hit too.
Okay. I guess we should give them some time. And if you think speaking with the Obbits again is out of the question, then we'll leave it at that and we'll head into Beliki.
Let's just give them a moment to catch their breath.
Okay.
Okay. Dark, let me go ahead and fix that for you real quick. Kiki, reading your message. And you got just so you guys, it's easier if you guys all message me just in game, just whisper me in the game, so I don't have to like check the
Okay.
different things.
How do I do that again? /W.
But yeah, it's just /GM, or I'll just give you an example. Anything like that is an acceptable message.
All right. So did everyone see my message then that I wrote, or just you then? Because it doesn't say whisper.
It looks grayed out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
So I
Yeah.
suspect that they can't see it. Because if it's not gray, if it's where it's like gray, that's a whisper. Where it has all the
Okay.
color and everything,
Gotcha.
that's everybody can see
Okay.
that.
Then yeah, I did whisper to you.
No one saw your message.
Yeah. So Kiki, that works. Okay. Hella, what are you doing?
I am gonna be kind of off by myself in thought, not necessarily up with the bard, but just kind of in thought. Was kind of what happened last night actually truly real, or was it just a bad dream? I kind of want to make it look a little more like nonchalant, like it's not affecting me, but even though like mentally it is, like I'm kind of trying to debate on what happened last night was real or was it fake.
Okay. And so you're essentially just kind of lingering down with Rosario and Owen, or did you like walk off somewhere?
I'd be in the same general area, probably like off in the corner somewhere, just kind of leaning up against the wall or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are waiting. About an hour goes by, and
Sorry. Before we go on, if Hella is still around us, I'd be sitting between Hella and Owen. I wouldn't let Hella anywhere near Owen. By the way,
okay.
I still don't trust her.
Okay. Yeah. So about an hour goes by. You're kind of you're kind of staying between Owen and Hella and whatnot. And you guys do not. The Bard and Kiki do not return.
Let's see here.
I will kind of poke my head up and just see if where the Bard and Kiki are.
So you go up to the roof, kind of open it up, and the Bard's not there, and you
Okay,
don't see Kiki either.
I'm going to use locate creature to see if I can find Kiki.
Okay.
Oh, it did. Oh, okay, never mind. It doesn't have any.
1,000 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you cast locate creature, and you determine that Kiki is. You sense that you're able to determine that she's up here.
Oh, she's with
In
the
the-
orbit. Okay. I will tell Owen where I sensed Kiki. And I'm gonna ask him what he thinks I should do. Because if she tries to do something, I might not take it the right way. He is, after all, their only chance for a cure. Oh, Owen?
Sorry. If she's up with the abbot, perhaps she's begging him to remove the curse beforehand. If she can get through to him, be one less problem to deal with.
My concern is what kind of deal that they'll make.
Hmm.
If you tell me to trust the abbot, I will do as you ask me.
Well, I mean, you did look into that, did you not?
Yes, and the response I got was, his heart is in the right place, but he is misguided.
Exactly. He believes he's doing the right thing.
But the right thing involves body and soul. Like I said, I will rush up there if I have to, if to prevent her from doing something foolish that would put her life or her soul at risk. But if you tell me to remain here, and to trust you and to trust the abbot, I will do so.
I think probably at about this time, I will come back down and tell both Owen and Rosario that the Bard and Kiki are not up on the top of the tower anymore, and I do not know where they have gone.
I'm not going to say anything
Bard is gone too.
more than I only sensed her. I can expense another slot if I have to see what the bard is.
Maybe they went together, I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, if we find one, we might find the other. Maybe it'd be
Well,
worth taking a trip up there before going elsewhere.
I'll leave that up to Owen to decide.
I do have Pete, I can get up there quite quickly. The problem is, what if the guards ask you to prove yourself again, Hella?
That I do not have an answer for you. Maybe it'll be best if I maybe wait here and wait for the bard just in case he has gone elsewhere.
Yes. I'll leave my pack here. If you feel a craving coming on, there's some fresh meat there. But yes, I think it's best if you stay here for now. Rosario and I are unafflicted, and we can pass the guard's test, no problem. And yes, stay here in case either Kiki or the bard returns.
I will let them know that you're out looking for him and that you'll be back shortly.
Thank you, Hella.
Take Kiki's pack with me.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go on the back of Pete. It'll get us there faster, Rosario.
Can he hold my weight?
He's a strong beast.
And you still didn't answer my question, Owen. I do not know what kind of deal the abbot may make with Kiki and Owen. I mean, Kiki and the bard.
You're asking me what kind of deal was made?
No. I'm talking to Owen.
Honestly, I don't know whether we should trust him or not.
Okay.
I mean, we should work with him just for the time being to get what we need. And then I think we should leave and never speak about it again.
Okay. I'll then look to Hella. Like, take care of the place while we're gone, and take care of yourself.
I will be sure to do so.
Okay, so Rosario and Owen are taken off towards the Abbey. Hella, you're staying behind?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay behind and kind of wait for the bard to see if he comes back.
Okay.
And it looks like I'm having issues with Foundry. It says your browser does not currently support WebGL rendering, which is required by Foundry VTT. Ensure that you have the hardware rendering and WebGL enabled on your browser.
Seen that one before.
You have it?
Uh-uh.
No? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try leaving the game, and then I'll try coming back.
Okay.
But yeah, that is weird because like my stream crashed as well.
Yeah, it's what it's reporting is something would be something on your end, is like some kind of setting with your graphics card or is missing or turned off or something.
Hmm.
Okay, so you're waiting at the tower while you reboot. Let's do this. The Bard, is there anything else beyond what you've already messaged that you wanted to do specifically?
Aside from just probably being angry, I'm gonna try. I want to see if I can try to maintain my faculties better. So I'm gonna grab my silvered longsword and just cut my hand and get the scent of blood in the air.
Okay. And you want to get the sentence? What are you looking to accomplish?
I'm one testing a theory. Between the two times I've shifted, the second time I knew it was more rage. The second time, or the first time, I thought Kiki transformed because of all the blood she smelled. So I'm just trying to figure out the triggers to try to help prevent us from doing it again.
Gotcha. Okay. Describe for me how you're slicing your hand.
I'm gonna just put the blade in my palm, grasp the blade as hard as I can, and just yank it. Obviously not enough to remove a finger, but
yeah. Okay. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Actually,
or no, okay.
Actually, excuse me.
Oh,
As you attempt to, as you slice your hand and you're attempting to kind of, you're dealing with that pain or whatever, you lose all control and you just feel the animal rage just taking over, the feral instincts kind of clawing out as the beast unleashes within you. Hair growing all over your body, your hands turning to massive claws, and you turn into a werewolf. Give me another Constitution saving throw, please.
okay. For some reason, it doesn't want to pop up the... Oh, there it is. I think I'm not going to use inspiration then. I'm hoping that's going to be good enough.
Okay. So you do feel like, I mean, you have this anger, but you feel like you are in control of your faculties. You are not consumed entirely by lycanthropy.
Okay. I'm just gonna wait to calm down and revert back before heading back to the tower.
Yep. 1 second, making a note.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see downtime activities anymore.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten to the module
okay.
yet. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so while you're doing that, let's pan over to Owen and Rosario. Owen, Rosario, you guys, you come up to the gate. They see you approaching, and you get the familiar, "Oi! You know the drill." And then I kind of hold up their hand.
Yeah, take out the silver sword, got my hand.
Owen will do the same with his silver longsword.
With the silver ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll look at you and they'll say, well, actually, let me roll perception for them. Okay, yeah. So they look at you and they say, not with a silver one. What that one is steel. You got right there.
Why they sound
Aren't
like
you
they're from
supposed to be
Jersey?
checking- aren't
Hey,
you supposed to be
don't make
checking
fun of my
for
accent.
I'm like, I don't have a steel sword. I'm gonna look towards Owen. Do you have a steel sword?
Would I've got this holy mace here. It's got some sharp points. Would stabbing our hands be fine?
Smash each other with it.
Yeah.
Very well. And Owen will kind of lower the head of the mace towards Rosario. Just press your palm against it. It should puncture the skin.
Yeah, I do that. Very, very confused.
And they kind of nod as they see it, puncture the skin. And then I'm assuming you do it as well.
Of course.
All right.
Why steel
Can't-
instead of silver?
Silver hurts werewolves. Steel doesn't.
Oh, clever.
Ah. Oh, that is really clever.
So then they open the door, and they or the gate. They open the gate and let you guys in. So I'm assuming you guys are just you're heading up to the Abbey, right?
On Pete.
On Pete. Okay.
Wait, Pete is able to take my weight, right? You do
Yep.
realize that turtles are
Yep.
400 pounds. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, for sure. No,
Okay.
Pete's a manly piece of moose meat or elk meat or whatever.
Just don't want to get
Yeah.
halfway up the thing and Pete just kind of collapses.
So as you guys get to about here, the timing is impeccable. As you get to about here, you see Kiki walking down the pathway right here. She's heading towards you, and next to her is a little girl. Looks very similar to the spirit you saw last night, Rosario.
I'm gonna look at it. It's like, oh, hey, that's the little girl who was in the tower. I'll tell to Owen.
Let's see.
And Kiki, you're here, so you can. What do you do when you see them?
Well, I would have asked her name on the way down, and so I would have just talked to her about what her life is like and things like that. So when I see them, I would introduce her to the other two.
Her name is Ilya.
Hi, friends. This is Ilya.
Hi.
I'm just on my way to bring her home, if you would like to accompany me.
Okay.
Sounds nice.
So, is that what you went to the Orbit about?
Perhaps.
Did you have to make a deal?
I did what was necessary. Now we should get her home so that I'm sure she's already been quite frightened.
Sure, her
So is
family's
everyone
worried
now
as well.
safe?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Is it over then?
For me, yes. I really just need to get her home, okay?
Not a problem.
Okay, so she shows you that she's not too far off. You guys are only like 100 or 120 feet or so from her house. So she kind of She leads you over. I'm assuming you guys follow and go with her, or are you doing something different?
I guess we'll follow, make sure that they get back safely. After all, we were attacked here by Strahd.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so you guys arrive to her house, and her father opens the door. Like you could tell he was just like he's been like watching for her, looking for her and whatnot, and he comes rushing out and he grabs her and he just picks her up and he just starts weeping. He's like, "Oh, Ilya, I was so worried about you," and you know, she seems a little bit confused about what was going on. She doesn't really remember too much recently, but the father looks to you guys and he's like, "Oh, thank you. Where was she?"
I can honestly say I don't know.
We just took a stroll up to the abbot. She seemed frightened and lost, and so I just wanted to get her back home. She's a very strong child. Cherish her. I'm sure she will grow up to be a really great person. And Kiki will just pull out this branch with like a little kind of rosebud on it and hand it to her.
She'll accept it. And her father is like he kind of like wipes some tears. He's just so overjoyed. And he looks at you and says, "Oh, discounts for you and your friends. If you need anything, please let me know. I'll do anything I can to help you."
Kiki will just kind of have this kind of pained look on her face, and she'll say, just raise her to be a good person, please. And that's all we can ask, and that's all that would be needed from you." And she'll just kind of wipe a tear from her eye because she feels bad.
And so he just kind of looks to each of you and like gives a polite nod and turns around and brings her inside his house. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to turn to Rosario and Owen and say, I need to speak to Hela and the bard. Any sign of them?
Not the bard, but Hela's back at the tower. So are you guys cured then? Owen is safe now.
From me, at least. I'll just pick up like a little stick or something and just poke my finger with it, and it'll pierce it and it'll bleed a little bit.
What deal did you make with the abbot?
I will look at Owen and I'll say in Owen's mind, you already know his price.
Owen will nod.
I'll also say in your mind, the other two have to agree.
Do what? Whatever it is that you need, Kiki, I will go to the ends of this earth for you and for Owen.
I do feel a choice needs to be made, and a great sacrifice needs to be made on all of our parts. And I'm sure in the end we'll do what's right. All of our hearts need to be in the right place, and she'll kind of look at you, Rose.
Whatever it needs to be done for you and Owen, I shall do it.
I sure hope so.
Let's go meet up with Hela and see if the bard comes back.
You guys head out towards The fortress. Hella, was there... Do not abuse this comment. Is there anything you were doing while you were alone in that tower?
I was sharpening my blades,
Okay.
waiting.
All right. Sharpening the saw. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys reunite. What do you guys do?
Kiki will go to Hella and say, I know we have not really had time to know each other, but if I might ask something of you, it would be to have complete trust in me. I had to make a deal and I am no longer afflicted, but you need to make a choice yourself and you can be cured.
1 second, Hella.
I'll just say we need to make right the things we have wronged.
I understand. And you're saying that the choice is mine.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah.
So you're asking me to give up lycanthropy for this deal, then is what is if I get you correctly.
Yes. I was able to right a wrong, but I will not make this choice for you. It is one you need to make on your own.
I will look at her and it's like I will have to think on this myself, as I do see this, even though it is a curse, it is something that may be necessary if we are to truly defeat Strahd. I see it as much as a curse as it is a strength. It's just a matter of getting control.
Well, Kiki will look you dead in the eye in a very stern face, and she'll say, whatever blood, it is now on your own hands.
I will say I will accept that if I do make that choice. But I will, like I said, it will be something I will have to think on.
Well, she'll just turn around and she'll look at Rosario and Orwin, and Rosario, she'll look at you and she'll say, I need to have a few words with you in private, please.
Okay.
Perhaps you too, Owen, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'll look at Hella and just say, excuse us.
Hey, so Kiki and sorry, which one? It was Owen or Rosario that you wanted to talk to privately.
Both of them.
Oh, so you're going away from Hella.
Yep.
Okay. So the three of you kind of scooch away. What do you say to him?
I know what you guys did. While I do understand the well-meaning intentions, that is not something I ever would have accepted personally. I do hope that this never happens again.
If there's any blame, do not put it upon Owen.
No, I do feel this land is affecting us, probably for the worse. I have made right the wrong and great personal cost to myself, and I do hope that she does continue to grow, but I do not feel it's right that we allow the others to continue down that dark path. If one such as I could order them to destroy an innocent life, I do not feel that we are any better than the lord of this land.
I care not for Hella. What she does or does not do is not my concern. My concern is for you and for Owen.
Yes. Well, I do feel I owe a great burden of responsibility that I must carry on not only myself, but for Hella and the Bard as well.
Whatever it is that you decide, I will go along with you.
Owen, the deal was to bring Casimir back. And then he was able to resurrect the little girl that we have wronged. And he cured me in the cost that we would bring Casimir back.
Well, good thing I've already packed us all up and planned on heading out to Valaki as soon as you were all ready.
I'll give you your pack. The plan was to already head that way. To cure you. And the Bard and Hella. I'll see somewhat nonchalantly. For your sake.
Yes, and truth be told, I almost left in the middle of the night for Valaki to search out this Casimir, to drag him back by his toes if need be. The abbot did say that all we had to do was deliver Casimir to him. Casimir does not have to agree to this sacrifice. So, once we deliver this Casimir to his front door, our deal is done. He'll remove any of the remaining of the curse.
Well, that's the thing. He said he would beforehand, as long as they agreed to bring him back.
And that is what we'll do.
Hey, so about this time, you guys are standing kind of on the outside of the tower, right? You just kind of stepped away, maybe a couple dozen feet or whatever. Right? I'm assuming.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so leave that up to Kiki.
Okay, so where you guys are standing, you see off in the distance, a few hundred feet away, you see the bard kind of emerge from the woods.
In his human form, or?
In his human form, his clothes do look a bit tattered.
Is he within 30 feet of me?
No, but he will be. He's walking towards you guys. So, I mean, what do you want to do when he's within 30 feet of you?
I'll just say in his mind, there are no words that I can express to show how deeply sorry I am for putting you in that situation. She's like an emotional blubbering mess. Just not good at saying that. So she will just say, I do have a way to right the wrong if you are looking for that avenue.
In responding back to her in her head, I'll say, the fault can't be all yours. I had a little bit of my own wits about me last night and just wasn't thinking straight. Should have stood up to you even though I knew better.
Well, she'll just tell him in his mind, I've made a deal with the abbot, and if you are willing to make a deal, he has offered to remove this affliction from you and Hella. Hella has declined.
At this point, I'll be up with the group. And I'll just say out loud. It is a lot to think about. I've never been a strong fellow. I feel strong. And after fighting Strahd, I don't know if I can go back. but I don't know if I can stay. I don't know what to do.
Yes, well, whatever your choice. I am no longer afflicted, so I cannot be responsible for whatever decisions you two make. But I do respect both of your decisions.
I understand.
It is a heavy burden to bear.
I do understand. I do. Unlike Hella, and even yourself, now, that's not. I do feel like I am gaining more control over it. I have not been very feral, which is the only reason why I struggle with this.
I can understand. I hope whatever choice you make, we can avoid cost to innocent lives again. But I do hope that she grows with her second chance.
You
Hey, with the
okay?
oh, sorry, go ahead.
You have given me a lot to think about, though.
We don't have much time to think about it. We have to make haste to Valaki.
Well,
Not
we can
promise
make
this
haste.
way to the Ovid. I doubt he would be very patient. But I will leave it up to you on when you guys decide that we should leave.
You need but just to grab Hella. Still early. We should be there. Make good time.
Hey, so you guys, you go into the tower and you grab Hella. Hella, are you opposed to leaving, or are you doing the thumbs up, or is there anything you wanted to do?
I think we should maybe head out and head to Valaki and do what needs to be done. It's still kind of contemplating about this.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you guys head out. You pack up the fortress.
Yep.
Owen gets on Pete and whatnot, and you guys set out towards Valaki.
I'm gonna give the bard the pack that Owen had prepared. Because he had left it in the tower, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll give it to Owen to pack. I mean, I'll give to not to Owen, to the bard.
So you guys head over. You head over to Valaki, and about halfway along the road, as you're traveling, you start to hear something off in the woods. It's actually pretty quiet, like quieter than normal. You don't hear the crickets that are going on Sirenscape. It is almost perfect silence, except for something, a sound off in the distance. Give me a perception check.
From all of us.
Yeah, everyone give me a perception check.
With this new outline, where are perception checks?
Second tab under attribute.
Attributes.
Boom, boom, boom.
I know. So many
Hey.
dice.
Hey, everyone except for Rosario, You well,
No, it's
you know,
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
you everybody except for Rosario, you hear whispering. Just indistinct. You don't know what is being said. Just kind of around. Sounds like it's off in the distance, and then sounds like it's close, and then it sounds like it's off in the distance. Just indistinct mutterings.
It's interesting.
And we don't see anything distinct, nothing, just whispers.
You look around. Um, you guys look around. The bard is especially honed in right now. You see nothing. Um, and again, no sounds of life. It's so quiet you feel like you could hear the mist moving, uh, but all you can hear is this occasional whispering voice. And it appears to be getting quieter.
And you said it's just getting quieter. It's not getting louder again or anything.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay.
Still getting used to what I am. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I just try like smelling the air to see if there's anything I can pick up.
So that we'll still use the same
Okay.
perception. So you kind of tap into your feral senses and sniff the air. You don't smell anything other than the party and then the scent of nature. But you feel like, you feel like you were very effective at kind of paying attention to the little details, but you don't sense anything other than the typical smells of nature and your party.
I don't know what it is, but we should be on guard.
I will maybe give a glance over at the bard and kind of in my fingers have my have the fortress like kind of at the ready and kind of get the indication if it'll be a good thing to have it ready to go if need be. Just so we can get it set up and get the party inside.
So you're deploying the fortress, or you're just holding it?
I'm kind of holding it and trying to see it like get an indication from the bard to see if it would be a good idea to have it ready to go and like deploy it if need be.
I'll just look at Hella and say, nod and say, be prepared.
Okay, I will kind of keep it grasped in my hand, ready to go and continue on our way if that's what we're doing.
So you guys, as you're kind of on your guard for a moment, the whispering stops.
Did we get a general sense of the direction it was coming from?
It seems omnipresent, like it's just kind of coming all around.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and then but it's been getting quieter, and now it's stopped. So you wait a few moments, and I'm assuming you guys just want to press on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say if we don't notice any immediate threat, then I don't see why there wouldn't be any reason why not to carry on.
Okay. So you continue on, and you guys do arrive at Valaki. Let me put your token upon. As you guys arrive at Valaki, the scene is very different. Valaki is not that it's a super happening place, but compared to everywhere else you've been, it certainly is. You could consider it hustle and bustle typically, but as you guys come here, it's even more sullen, quiet than it was before. The guards at the gate are even more gaunt than they were before. They're just standing there, giving out blank stares. And one person in a robe is standing up on top of the gate, and he looks down at you as you approach, and he says, not in a New Jersey accent, he says to you, "What brings you to Valaki?"
Not any way to speak to the heroes of Valaki.
I don't see any heroes.
Are we not the ones that rid you of Vargas?
Do I care?
And I just...
What are you doing in
I start
Valaki?
walking more towards the gate.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
I think I am going to stay where I am.
So no, nobody's doing. Everyone's just kind of. I'm assuming everyone's kind of getting on guard and.
Yeah.
But pressing
Yeah.
forward with the bard. Yes.
Yeah, I will put my the fortress away and kind of get my packed weapon ready if need be.
And as I'm walking, I'll say, we are here on business, but if you have issues with us, you can bring it, Lady Walkner, to us. And I just keep walking.
Hey, give me a persuasion check. Or maybe, well, whatever. It's fine. Potato. Okay. So, he doesn't even say anything. He was kind of moving a hand to have the guards that were down below block you, but he kind of stops his gesture, and he says, "Let them pass." And then the two guards kind of move to the side. And you guys are able to walk past them.
Yeah.
It's 11 o'clock now. Why is it so dark?
No, we just don't have sight on the map, except for around our token.
Oh,
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
I will fix that. Not bad.
There we go. We can see now.
Ah, it's
Yay!
blinding.
Yep. Okay. So you guys are inside Valaki. Where are you guys going?
Any idea what to look for Casimir?
The only information that we got is that he lives in Veliki. Oh, wait. No. We got information from, what's her name? The Dark Elves trade. Wait, okay. I read ahead, so you have to tell me, Jason, whether or not the information is actually what you told us or what I read. So if it's something that we have not been told, just let me know.
There's only one person who actually knows where Casimir is right now, and that's Kiki.
Oh, no. But we got information that from what's her name?
I think
Dark
Esmeralda.
Elves. Yes.
Yeah, I
Esmeralda.
know. Yeah, I think they reside somewhere near Valaki.
Yes.
But I can't remember if it was where exactly it was.
The conversation that I had, because we revealed to her about Casimir, and she's the one who gave us the information.
Do you want to give me a history check?
Sure. Like I said, I don't want to metagame, so I don't remember if it was actually her or it was just
Nope.
me.
This is I'll remind you if assuming you get greater than a 10 on this check. So she told you that the Dusk Elves, they made camp to the north.
Okay, so I'll relay this information to the rest of the group of what I recalled Esmeralda telling me. Unfortunately, my fine person, well, I had to be familiar with them. My guess is Esmeralda might be close to them since she's aware of him. But I don't think my style of finding you is going to be useful in this case.
Well, the best place to usually get information is the tavern. Always go to the inn and see if he stops through town.
Would a Dusk Elf come through town?
Maybe to barter, trade, get a little bit of food.
Or we can find out who's up north.
We could maybe try suggesting that too, that we're looking for, just in general, looking for Dusk Elves, and maybe know if where we could find them, and more general search, narrow down the search area at least.
Yes, the Martikovs are from here. I'm sure they'll have some information for us.
We probably shouldn't mention Dusk Elves, considering their history. Perhaps just find out who's up north.
Okay, so you guys are heading to the Blue Water Inn?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys make your way. You get to the Blue Water Inn. Fortunately, I don't have the mind map, so we'll go with it. But you guys go into the Blue Water Inn, and you can see there's not very many patrons. There's like one person sitting there, kind of over in the corner by themselves, just a random Barovian citizen, and you see the Martikovs just kind of tending to their place.
Kiki will just walk up and say, "Hello, Danica, how are you?"
Oh, good. How are you?
Well, we have seen better days, and still in Barovia, so a little, but best I could be.
Well, how can I help you? We've been meaning to thank you, by the way, for helping restore the vineyard.
Oh, did the son and his grandfather get here safely?
Oh yes, oh yes. And she just beams kind of a smile at you. It's not. I mean, you can tell that she's happy, but it's kind of a forced. It's a little bit of a forced smile. She's obviously, just having a bad day or something. But she's like, oh yes, they came and they went, and the wine flows.
Good, good.
But how can I help you?
Well, can I have a tall glass, please?
Of course. And she pours you a glass and hands it to you.
Kiki will just look at you guys and she'll just start drinking it down.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, Kiki.
If you don't mind me asking, north of Velgate, we've never had that direction as of yet. Could you maybe perhaps tell us a little bit about it?
Sorry, you cut out right at the beginning of that statement for me. What was the
Oh.
question?
We've never head up north of Veliki before. Could you perhaps tell us a little bit about what's up north?
Oh.
I mean, I know there's a mountains, but before that.
Oh yes. Yeah, so you go north a little bit, and on the way to Lake Zarovich, you see a Vistani camp off to the west of that trail. Then you'd hit Lake Zarovich, and on the other side, of course, is Mount Baratok. Is there something specific you're looking for?
Not particularly specific. Gotta start kind of twitching, trying to keep my mouth closed for once. But you can see Rosario is very struggling with it. Well, I mean, we are kind of looking for someone, but I can't really say who the someone is. But we are looking for someone, specific person, but someone.
Well, I would be happy to help you, but I would need to know who it is you're looking for.
I already got in trouble one time mentioning it. It would be best I don't mention it again. But they're a very important person, though.
And she kind
of nodding their head and kind of playing with her fingers, like very important person.
so she kind of looks around, and she leans in and she says, "You did save my nephew."
Valakovna is what Kiki will say.
Ah. You're looking for Casimir. Yes.
Yes.
I don't want to know. It's a secret.
Well, don't worry about Bill over there. He's half deaf and quite the fool. But he's a fine patron. But he's certainly not going to be any trouble for us. And she kind of gestures to the one Barovian that's sitting over in the corner. And then she says, Casimir and his kind, they settle with the Vistani to the north, but I don't know if they're there now.
Oh.
Certainly the best place to look, though.
If they're not there, is there another place they might go to?
I don't know. The Dusk Elves, they travel through the woods somewhat often. I don't know what they do. I think they practice.
I will maybe pick up here and travel to the woods. Is there any indications that or any way that we could track them? If there was any Dusk Elves in the area, like maybe say on the off chance whispers.
Kiki will just kind of chuckle. Perhaps we
Whispers.
can just sniff them out.
So she looks at you, Hella, and she says, whispers?
Wait a minute. Owen! Wait, no. Is Owen a human or an elf? I can't remember. Owen's an elf, right? Oh, what
yeah.
elf?
Mm-hmm.
Look at Owen. Owen, you're an elf? Do elves whisper in woods?
Perhaps some do. I'm an Eladrin.
Well, you'll have 20 years.
Perhaps. I think you're looking for a wood elf. I'm an elf of the seasons, to make it plain.
Isn't that still in the woods? I mean, trees change colors.
I mean, you are partially correct, but the whole world sees seasons. All life changes.
I see. Well, we have two choices. We can either head back there and follow the whispering, or we can head up north and take our chances.
She kind of injects herself again. She says, "Did you hear whispering on the road?"
Yes, but you didn't hear this from us.
Yeah.
And she kind of gets like this fearful look on her face. And she says, She kind of leans back, and she's like, "You didn't listen to the whispers, did you?"
Oh, I didn't hear it. Only they heard it.
We couldn't make them
They
out.
just
We
told
just
me.
knew the were whispers.
First.
You have much to learn about Barovia. There are many dangers out there. The whispering men are. It is a very terrible thing to encounter them. They don't fight like typical beasts. They afflict you with all manner of ill omen. If you listen to them, that is how they affect you.
I really can't hear them, so I'm okay. Oh, you know what we could do? We could actually stuff our ears with candle wax and cotton.
I personally don't sorry care to hear what they have to say at the moment, or something like that. Sorry.
Don't worry. I have a way that we can plug our ears. We don't hear.
Kiki, when was the last time you had something to drink?
I don't know. It may have been last night, but not my drink of choice.
That is fair. I do think, I might maybe want to think about, limiting yourself today. Seem to be getting a little tipsy.
I should think about limiting myself. That's a very good idea. Can I have another drink?
She kind of looks at you and she says, "Of course, but friends might need you. Are you sure that's wise?"
I don't know if my friends know what's wise right now. No offense, guys, but really, can I have another drink, please?
So she goes and she pours you another drink and she gives it to you. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Hey, what's everyone else doing?
I'll look at Danica and just. Ever since we've left the town, now that we've come back, things seem off. Is everything alright?
So, the bard, as you begin to speak, and you intend to say those words, you instead start talking about bean cultivation. And you're just like rambling on at some length about the quality of beans and the soil that's necessary for good bean cultivation.
Do I realize I'm saying that as I'm saying it?
You do not. Everyone else is hearing you talk about beans.
Are you alright?
I think so. Why?
Would have never considered you the farmer type.
And I will just look puzzled as hell.
You just went on about beans.
Don't know anything about beans.
Well, you seem to know an awfully a lot about them. Like type of soil, and know how deep to plant them. Like,
Had me fooled.
are you sure you're feeling okay?
I'm gonna look at the bartender. We ask her, so these whispering men, are they like the hags that we ran into? Do they play strange courses like the bard talk about things he doesn't know about?
They're not like the hags. They just afflict you. They just afflict you with ill omen. And it appears that your friend may be affected. Some of you may also have strange effects come upon you soon.
Is there anything we can do about it, or does it just go away by itself? Or do you have to
Usually,
confront these men?
no, don't confront them. Plug your ears. Do not listen.
Oh, don't worry. Like I said, wax and cotton balls. You don't hear things.
And
It's okay, Bard. We've all been there at one point. But
and
and then she's gonna sink her head on the table.
I'm gonna
Oh,
try to chime in
okay,
again
yeah.
and say, "How's Lady Walkner?"
And she says, "Oh." She kind of gets like this angry look on her face and says, and she leans in close and that woman has allied herself with Strahd.
Oh, we know.
She looks at you. You know?
Yeah, she flat out told us.
When did she tell you?
Ah, that's a good question. Oh, shortly after the riots.
She kind of takes a step back and like looks at each of you. Like she's
Got
just
any
like,
more bean facts there, Bard?
I will say, I will try to say, see what comes up. She told us she thinks of Strahd as nothing more than an absentee landlord.
1 second. Sorry, I had 1 second. I'm getting there. It's coming. She says, and you believed her.
Honestly, in this
How
town,
wouldn't
don't
you?
know what in this land, don't know who to believe.
It's fair. And she kind of shakes off her frustration. She says, I'm sorry, my frustration is not with you. She has let her cultists run rampant through Valaki. They're conducting all manner of experiments on the men. They've replaced the guard entirely at this point.
Would that be the cloaked figure we saw atop the gate?
Yes, that be one of her cultists. Ludmilla comes every night, and they discuss things. I don't know what. Obviously, Strahd has plans, but Ludmilla would not be coming here openly if it was not for Strahd's wish for it to be.
It's probably best that we do not stay here long. We're not exactly in good graces with him, and I don't want anything to befall you.
And she looks at you, her irritation kind of returning. She's like, "Oh no, we're in the best of shape with him. He loves us. Just look around. Look at the men."
You, yes, but still. I don't think it would be wise.
I gesture to Danica to come in close. That whisper. And
Yep, she leans in.
and who would lead this town if Walkner and the cultists weren't here?
I don't. She kind of gives you a look of like, you make a good point. And she's like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep out lashing out in anger. It's so difficult to see these times just go from bad to worse.
And
Seems like they just.
I'll lean in more and just say, would the town be better off if they weren't around?
So, you think you say that,
Son of a bitch.
but instead, you start just giving this lengthy discourse on the spiritual beliefs of spiders and how colonies of such variety, there's so many types of spiders, and the way that they behave is different, and they must have spiritual beliefs, which means that they must be self-aware on some level. Are spiders capable of existential crisis? And you're just rambling. Just
Obviously,
like going on.
that's a metaphor for Lady Walkner and her cultists.
Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go.
I will maybe kind of like hearing that. I'll make my way over to Kiki and kind of like ever so slightly whisper in her ear, and that is like, is he making any sense to you?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'm not the only one.
I have a theory about this, and I'm gonna have to test it when a certain thing happens.
Okay. So she looks at you and she's like, I don't really know about spiders, and
And I'll look puzzled again, and like that's not what I said.
then she kind of gives you like a knowing. Or sorry, you 1 second. Okay, yeah. She looks at you and she says, she gives you like a knowing look and kind of nods and says, as I said, ill omens indeed. But I believe I know what you were going to ask. There aren't any who are really capable of leading Valaki. That's the problem.
There is one person who cares about the people of Veliki. I only met her once, but she seemed nice. The lady who runs the orphanage.
That's Belasco.
Yes. She seems really nice and very smart. And she takes care of the kids. If she can run a whole group of kids and keep them in line, who would be better to run a town?
She looks at you and gives like kind of a look of surprise, like, interesting thought. I wonder if she would be interested in such a task.
Well, keep that quiet for now. If Lady Walkner thinks that there's competition, it might come back on her. We'll have to deal with one thing at a time.
Kiki will lean into Danica across the bar, look her straight in the eye like she's trying to hold her head up, and say, perhaps it's time to call in the ravens. And then she's gonna go to wink, but she's gonna blink both of her eyes instead, kind of hold them shut for a second, and then open them again. Do you get what I mean?
Everybody
Okay.
just ignores Kiki.
I'm still wondering if
Only with
I'm gonna say anything
both eyes.
correctly.
Kiki's just gonna look like, did I speak English? I hope my words weren't mixed up.
I'll kind of look at Kiki and kind of like, yes, we'll get the ravens. Yes,
So, Hella, I'm gonna message you something.
Yep.
But does anybody else have any other questions for?
Oh, that's a good point. If we decide to remove Faulkner, you can call in your family. And we can have Miss Palazzo perhaps take over the town. But unfortunately, at this very moment, we do have another task that's more pressing. We have a promise that we must fulfill. Is it possible that you could perhaps give us some wax and some cloth? If we head back out there, I don't want my friends to be charmed again.
Some wax and cloth?
Yes,
You
it
said?
plugs the ears.
Well, let me check if we have any. We don't usually have just extra things lying around, but let me take a look. And she excuses herself and goes in the back. She comes back out, and she has just a little bit of wax, like she's basically just holding a candle, and like a small, mostly depleted candle, and she kind of is like, "This is the best I can do," and then she kind of gives you a little hand cloth.
Ah, that's okay. I know for a fact that the bard has some clothes in his backpack. If we need to grab some more, but this will definitely be more than enough. Our ear canals are very small. Well, turtle ear canals are very well. Technically, humans are too. But anyways,
I'll just nod.
they're very very small. But yeah, I'll take it and be very careful. Would it be okay if we? Actually, no, we shouldn't. We should probably head up north now. But Owen, you might have to carry Kiki. You might have to sleep it off. Unless you want to stay here. But the more we tally, the perhaps we might lose our chance of finding him.
You're right. No, if I need to, I can carry her, or she can ride on Pete.
And
I
tell
can
me,
walk. I promise. I'm okay.
uh-huh. I'm gonna.
Yes, I think it's best we move on.
So you guys are heading up to the study camp.
No one wants to.
I would think that's our best course of action at the moment.
Anyone? Any objections from anyone? Or
I am gonna, if you'll excuse me, I think there's something I do gotta take care of really quick. I can meet you at the north side of the
Wait, in
town
game or IRL? Sorry.
in game.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
What is it? Okay, my character won't care. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sorry.
okay. Does anybody else care?
No.
Rose, oh my
I will
gosh.
look
Okay.
at Hella.
So everyone's just gonna head north
no,
to
I'm
the
gonna,
study
I'm
camp.
gonna look at
Sorry.
Hella and just
In
say,
character, my character wouldn't ask you. Sorry. Sorry, sorry.
return quickly.
I was like, I will be sure to return as quickly as I can. You have my word.
Okay. So Hella, you take off to do what you messaged me about.
Yeah.
Everyone else, you head up to the Vistani camp. It doesn't take long. It only takes about 15 minutes to get there, and you come upon this scene, right? You see this hill, and up above there's all these houses around and a camp up top. You see the familiar wagons of the Vistani people, and an occasional elf. And I'm having a little confusion here because I have two different descriptions for elves. So I'm just gonna pick one. I like Dusk Elves being white, so they're gonna be white. Nope, I'm gonna go with the vanilla. We're gonna say they're dark skin. Let's go with that one. I like it better.
We're on a black screen.
Okay. All according to plan. It's all according to plan.
I don't see a dark screen. I see houses.
There we go.
There it is. Hello.
Okay, now I
Yay.
don't see houses anymore. Man, you ruined it. You shouldn't have said anything.
Okay. So you come to the scene and you see there's these humans and they're just in the kind of that gypsy Vistani garb and they're a bit lively and whatnot. And then there are these dark skin and hair elves kind of walking around, and every single one of them are male.
Do the humans look familiar? Like, specifically, is it the one we returned the little girl?
Well, if memory serves,
Yeah,
only Kiki was present
did.
for
Yeah,
that.
I guess you're right. Yeah, you're correct.
The
Do
only
I recognize any of them?
Yes, you do. You do recognize one up at the top, just kind of outside, hanging out, talking to a couple people by that camp or by that big tent on the top of the hill. There is that man that you saw.
Well, she'll just walk over that way and say, "Hello."
are you able to walk?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least I think.
I have no idea. It's up to the DM.
Yeah, no, she can. She's fine.
Oh, okay.
She can walk.
You're a little drunk.
Well, she did good on her saving throws. She's just buzzed. It's mostly emotional constipation. Sorry, what did you? So Kiki, she probably would, but Kiki, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
In fact, yes,
Persuasion.
perception. Wow, really?
I have no idea what it
What,
is.
2 net
so
20s?
that's
Wow.
Two
scary.
net 20s?
Holy shit! Yes.
What is it? All I see is question mark.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. No.
Lucky.
She sees the guy up on top of the hill. So you call out to him.
Oh. We meet again.
And he looks out at you and he says, "Ah, come." And he kind of gestures for you guys to come up and join the Vistani.
How is little Arabella doing?
Oh, she's good. She's good. She's playing off in the woods with her friends, and you look over, and she's just kind of down on the other side of the hill, playing with people. And she's and Luvash looks at you, and he says, this one, and he kind of gives a gruff-looking Vistani he gives him kind of a backhanded hit on the chest. He says, "This one didn't watch her close enough. Learned his lesson now, didn't you? Didn't you, Aragal?" And he just kind of gives him like this, not amused, but I'm gonna nod anyway, like type thing. And he looks at you and he says, "What brings you here?"
Well, we actually came here seeking Casimir. Do you know where he is?
Oh yeah, and he kind of points over to one of the hovels. He says, "He lives in that hovel right there. What do you want with him?"
Oh, just to get to know him and ask him a few questions.
Well, prepare to hear a whole lot about dreams and visions and weirdness, but
What do you mean?
apparently he's been having some dream lately. I don't know. Talk to him about it. I don't really care too much about childish things like this.
Ah, yes. Uh, one can never have too strange of dreams, right?
They seem pretty strange to me. But I guess that'll be for you to decide. Do you guys want any wine?
Of course. I'll take some to go. Thank you.
Sure. I'll give you a whole cask. And he like walks over and he's like, do you have someone who can carry it?
Don't be silly. I got this. And Kiki will she'll go to pick it up and then she'll think about it and just say, "You're right. I probably need some help."
So he looks over at a couple of the men.
I'll
He's like,
walk up and pick it up.
okay.
I think it should
Yes,
be easy
enjoy.
for me now.
Yep. He's like, oh, enjoy. But yes, Casimir's, he's over there. Are you gonna stay for dinner? And he's like looking at you, Kiki.
I would hate to say no, of course. Thank
Well,
you.
I would hate for you to say no too. Beautiful woman such as you.
Okay. Thank you. You're too kind. We should go talk to Casimir now.
All right. So he walks you guys over to Casimir's hovel. So you guys arrive and standing quietly in front of this house, bathed in the warm light of its lanterns, are three sullen gray-cloaked figures. Their angular figures and black flowing hair half hidden under their cowls. And they look at you guys and they kind of see you with Luvash, and he says, "These ones are here for Casimir." And they just kind of step aside, and he just gestures for you to go on in and says, "I'll be up at the main tent if you need anything."
Much appreciated. Thank you.
And he takes off and heads up to the tent. And as you guys go in there, you see this Dusk elf kind of sitting in a chair. He's kind of looking away from the door, and he's stroking his forehead with his thumb and middle finger, just kind of thinking.
Okay.
He's obviously just lost in thought right now.
I take it you're Casimir.
And he kind of turns around with a little bit of a start and kind of squints his eyes at you. And he says, "Yes, I am Casimir. Who are you?"
Just a humble band of adventurers sent to talk to you and perhaps escort you somewhere.
Escort me. Curious timing indeed.
The abbot of
Where?
Kresk is asking for you.
Instead of that, the bard.
Okay, that solidifies everything now. Okay.
You actually start talking about the various manias, phobias, or perversions of the most powerful monarchs. You start just going on about Strahd and all the fears you think he's got to have, and his obsessions and everything. And you just kind of go on about it at length. Casimir will look at you at the end of it, and he says, odd thing to say. I don't know if Strahd fears anything, really.
And I'm just gonna say, son of a bitch.
Oh, they heard the whispering men.
Actually, what you're gonna say... Actually, you're just gonna start talking about famous fish poets. People who have written such beautiful soliloquies about fish and written songs and all the various bards and their minstrelling of of fish.
I mean, that makes sense for the bard.
I'll just tell him since he's confused. They heard men whispering in the woods.
I too have heard whispering, but not in the woods. Whispering in my dreams.
What dreams might those be? Wait, I think I could guess. But let's see if you'll tell me.
I have dreams of my sister.
Petrina,
She's-
right?
And he kind of looks at you surprised and he says, yes. How
What
did you
happened
know?
to your sister?
Well, she was killed many, many years ago.
Was she a good person, would you say?
The dreams, I believe, are a chance of redemption. And he heard you. He's just kind of ignoring. He's like kind of off in his own little thing. And he's like, the dreams are, I think, a message. I have been promised that if my sister were to be returned to us, that my people would be renewed. And we would be freed from this torment that the devil has brought upon us.
Was she a good person in life?
All good people occasionally think or do wrongful things, but in her heart, I believe she was good.
I'm gonna insight check it.
You believe him?
Mother effer.
Now.
Do these dreams or visions show a way to bring back your sister?
I must reunite with her. But I don't know where she is. Her body was lost long ago. Strahd took her remains and kept them deep in the undercroft of Ravenloft.
She was buried in Ravenloft, so that must mean something, right? Why would she be buried with such high esteem?
She was to wed Strahd. She loved him. Or at least I think she did.
Huh. Interesting.
My sister was, I think, seduced by his manner, his way. She seemed to want to be with him, but we could not have that. So, we stopped the union before it could begin. But an angel has been visiting me in my dreams for weeks, offering me a chance at redemption.
I'm going to describe to him what the Ovid looks like and ask him if that's what the angel looks like. I'm not going to say it's the Ovid, just describe what it looks like.
Give me just a general charisma, because I mean, if you're not going to describe it, then which is fine. We'll just like say that's how well your character described.
Really saw a token of it. Give me a second.
You know what? It's fine. Actually, I nix that. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So he with the description that you give, yes, it does sound like the angel.
Well, I can confirm he is in fact a creature with wings. And
You have seen this angel? He's here in Barovia.
not exactly. Yes, this land is Barovia, right? Sorry, I haven't been here for very long, so I only know bits and pieces of the information. But yes, but he's not here. He's in that place where each red meets west of us in Krez, and we are sent here to bring you there.
These are visions, and I have not been led astray. My people can be
However,
renewed.
it has to be something that you must do willingly. We cannot force you.
There is no calling that weighs heavier on my heart than to restore that which was taken from my people. And he kind of walks out his hovel, and he like kind of points at the Dusk Elves and kind of around the hill and whatnot, and he says, "Look at my people. Have you noticed that there are no women, no children? That was Strahd's doing. It was his will that we should go without any posterity, that we
Why
should
is
watch
that?
our own people die slowly over the centuries. It was his punishment to us for killing Katrina. But the angel is real. And
Well,
I
he's a man
can.
with wings.
He is an angel. You have described him exactly as he is in my mind. I have seen him for weeks in my dreams, and he has promised, "You must take me to this man."
That is our intention.
Well,
As I stated.
it's not letting me whisper Owen for some reason, but I'm going to tell you in your mind. We need to not bring him to him. Something about this is raising serious red flags.
One thing to consider, as you're discussing, one thing to consider is that you did give your word.
Yeah? But
And there
he
was
left out some information.
then you guys can discuss whatever, but what I'm trying to remind you of subtly without giving away information for the rest as to what your deal was, an arrangement was made, is what I'm saying to you.
I know.
Food for thought. You do what your character's gonna do.
My character will do whatever you tell her to pretty much do. Are you just telling Owen or the rest of the group your thoughts? Kiki. You said you're holding
Probably everyone but Rose. I'm sorry, but she likes to spurt out information.
That's okay. And yes, she does.
Owen will reply. He'll say, "But I know no other way."
You're saying this out loud?
No. Returning Kiki's
There.
message.
Yes, I made the deal too, but if she loves Strahd and was willing to marry him and was killed for it, she must not have been a very good person.
So, as Kiki is saying this, and Kiki, you don't even realize you're doing this, but as Kiki is saying this, um, you all see her just like walk up to one of those Dusk Elf men, and she just starts hugging him. Just starts hugging his leg, and he looks down at her, and he's just like, "What are you doing?"
I don't know. What am I doing?
Please excuse her. She heard the whispering men.
He kind of looks and he just like rolls his eyes. Don't you know to plug your ears?
Ah, yes, we have cloth and candles now.
And he just kind of endures it. And he's like, well, let's. You know, he like kind of goes to push her off, but she's way too strong.
I really just. I need a hug right now, okay? Can I just have a hug?
So Casimir says, well, there's no time to delay. We can
Yes.
reach Kresk by nightfall if we leave now.
Ah, yes, but we do have to drop by one place before we go there. You see, before we met the Abbot, we also had an omen given to us. And Abbot told us, the guy with the wings, the angel, exactly where it is. And in fact, we'll be passing by. It's a way we can defeat someone important.
That is fine, but we will travel with you for as long as we can. But when you take your separate path, we will go.
We have instructions, very specific instructions from the Abbot to bring you personally to him. He also gave me specific instructions on how to find the place. What was it I asked him again? Oh yeah,
He
about finding, what was the thing about it was about an ancient thing where silver dragons were, right?
Mhm.
So he told us exactly where to find it. And when I spoke with him last time, I said that we'll pick you up, we'll drop by there at the same time and return.
I know of the place you speak.
Yes. So
It is close, but I have no interest. I must
I
restore my people.
I understand that, but we have very specific instructions from your angel that we are
He
to deliver you.
gestures. He gestures to the guards around, and he says, "I do not need you."
I understand that, but he put us on this task to come and find you. You've been given dreams by him. I'm sure there's a reason why he specifically sent us. And
Probably
specifically
to
sent you
protect
rings.
me. Probably not to take me on fool's errand to face deadly undead creatures.
I don't
No, I
know.
will not be going with you to Argynvostold. I will go to
Yes,
Kresk.
that's
No.
what it's called.
No more detours. We see the abbot first.
Okay.
I won't have it any other way. This ends
So-
tonight.
And he nods and he kind of gestures to his men and he gives them says we must make ready, let's go. And they just quickly kind of grab some some meager supplies and some tents and stuff.
Really, is there anything I can do about my friends, the ones who heard the whispering men?
No, only time.
Will it eventually
And
wear off?
usually, sometimes no.
Ah,
Really. Just depends.
I see. I just don't want my friend Kiki hugging everyone.
How hard exactly am I squeezing his leg? Am I like cutting off his circulation?
No, I don't think. I don't think so. Would be funny, but if I did that, you'd probably break his leg.
Well, apparently I don't even know I'm doing it.
Yeah. No, you're just hugging him. It's tighter than he would expect for someone your size, of course, but you're trying to be gentle.
Okay, well, I'll try to let him go. Oh, sorry.
You don't want to let him go. You just keep on hugging him, and it's way past. Like this is just a real old, like uncomfortable. It's getting kind of awkward now.
Right, well, perhaps we should be going.
Do you want to let go of my friend?
I would love to.
And as you do, you walk over to the other guards and you start hugging them.
Okay, I'll take the Bard's Affliction. Do you want to trade?
He can't tell you yes
He's
or
just
no.
going to shake his head. Yes.
All right, so you guys pack up. Are you heading out? Anything else you guys want to do?
No.
Oh,
If Owen says that we're going there tonight, then we're going there tonight.
So, as you guys head out, you make your way. You do so without any impetus, apparently. Move you guys over here.
Wait,
So
Strahd's not trying to assassinate us in any way, shape, or form?
I didn't say that.
Oh, because you just said there's no incident.
Uh-huh. That's right. Yep. No incident.
So I take it I didn't spot anybody or anything.
Ah, my bad. I missed that. Give me a perception check. This is before you leave. As you guys are as you're going around like hugging everybody awkwardly, because you're like literally just walking from person to person, hugging them all. And as you're looking around, you do see the person you're looking for.
Can I walk up and hug that person?
She looking for?
Did I lose you guys?
I hear you.
No.
Oh, sorry. Just everything went quiet there for an extended period of time.
Yeah, I texted Kiki some info, just letting her read it and decide what she wants to do. And you hear his voice. Let's see, what's he gonna say? He's going to say to you, Kiki, in your mind, and why should I help you? You're helping those filthy creatures. If you're talking Kiki, you're... Oh, okay.
Sending your messages.
He says to you, give me a persuasion check. He says to you, I agree with your initiative, but I don't believe you. I don't even know who that is. What does he want with her?
Okay.
And how does your plan prevent that?
She already said it.
And why do you need me?
The whispers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So he says to you in reply, an interesting tale from a lichen. And you see him kind of vanish and run, and he's not responding to you anymore.
I'm not one anymore, though.
It's an out of character comment.
Yeah. Crap, man. Okay. Well, that's that.
I think I know who she saw.
Hey, you guys heading to Krez, yes?
Yeah, I think so.
No other choice at this point.
Yes. Excellent. So you guys head to Krez. There's no incident on the way there. Boop boop. Actually, I think I went too far.
Is Helen not back yet?
You guys will join up with her at basically at the gates of Valaki. Yeah. Okay. So you guys do travel, and you assume. Yeah, hell, you're with everybody. You guys do get there within a couple hours, presumably with the party being this size. You don't encounter any trouble.
Not even any internal. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, when you guys arrive at the gates of Kresk, Casimir looks at you guys and he says, "They don't much care for my kind here. Do you have a way of getting me in?"
Nope. The only information we got from him was about that place, about you, and that's it.
The bard, are you able to use invisibility on all of them? Perhaps we can sneak them through.
I attempt to say, not this size of the group.
Would kind of out of character, would like the layout of the land be very similar to what we see on the map?
Yes, but 1 second, real quick. Instead, the bard, what you do say is you start talking about the correct method of preparing, storing, and administering a heretofore unknown and spectacularly deadly poison.
I take notes.
Apparently, I'm suggesting we can sneak him in as a dead body.
Hey, Casimir looks at you, the bard, and he says, "My men could stay behind. They brought tents. You need only disguise me."
And I will look
Are we
at the
supposed to do
group,
that?
seeing what they want me to do.
And he just looks at you. He just looks at you guys and says, "Your friend seems knowledgeable about poisons and all manner of things. I'm sure one that is as clever as he can come up with something."
I've seen him turn invisible and give one the power of flight. Either would be a good option, I think, if the bard can steal himself to give us an answer.
Oh, do I really want this to fail? I attempt to cast invisibility.
Okay. Instead, you start talking about the dangers of breathing, and creatures who have to breathe are so weak and frail, dependent. Constructs, that's where it's at. Constructs. If only we all didn't need to breathe.
I will look visibly frustrated that I can't cast a spell.
Hey, Casimir seems just kind of tilts his head and then looks back. Your friend seems obsessed with information that is interesting but not very useful. But come now. We didn't travel all this way for nothing. Can you cast your magic upon me?
He was also affected by the Whispering Men. Please do not blame him.
Perhaps this is just an adverse effect of them. May not. It's something that might be effective of him, and he may not be able to help. Perhaps we can maybe settle down for the night and maybe find an alternate way in.
Isn't it? It is only mid-afternoon.
Fair.
Oh, perhaps, my brothers and I can find another way.
I'm
And
sorry.
he kind of looks at them and gives them a nod, and they just start walking, kind of.
There is another way. But there's a problem with that other way. You see, someone else is also aware of it. I just remembered now. But it involves... I can't quite remember it, but the one who told us was the White Wolf. You might encounter her.
And he was walking while you were talking, but he stops and he says, "It is fine. I do not need to stall. I do not need your attempts at stalling me anymore."
I'm not stalling you. I'm telling you the truth. Just be watch for her. If you see her, don't trust her.
Don't trust the White Claw.
Yes, you know her.
Yes. We have been in this land for a long time. There's little we have not become aware of.
Ah, okay. See, you know I'm telling you the truth.
And he just looks at you guys, and he you see him kind of start casting a spell, and he starts to fly. No reaction?
I didn't know you were
Said that
capable of that. I wouldn't have pestered the bard, since he can't speak. Well, he can. Just about nonsense.
I understand. No harm done. I will see you in the Abbey. And he casts another spell, and he goes invisible.
Can't do that.
And can't do, because it's not invisibility.
Oh, okay. I was like, they're both concentrations that don't work, man.
Yeah,
Owen
no, that's
oh, yeah, as he's casting this invisibility or vanishing, Owen will call out like, "Don't agree to anything until we arrive. We have business dealings with the abbot. He has
Yeah,
to
so
pay
you-
up."
Hey, so the other Dusk Elves, they just kind of make camp down
you
here.
want me to stop him? If Owen says that, I'm gonna look at Owen. It's like, I can cast a spell right now. I can stop him if you want me to.
No, they're fine. Let them go.
Okay.
Hey, so what are you guys doing?
Well,
I guess we better make our way towards the abbot.
problem is, how are you two gonna get in?
That is a good question, but maybe there, if the White Wolf says there is, or White Claw does say there's a back door in, maybe we can find it.
What of your magics? Do you have nothing that can aid us?
Nothing that can really help them. I can hold someone. I can command someone to do something. That's kind of sort of it.
That is about the same limitations as mine. I think, for the best on my skills and abilities, it'll be better to stealthily infiltrate the area.
I have an idea, but I don't know if you guys would want to go along with it.
Whatever idea you have, Kiki, I'm more than willing to go along with.
Caw.
You want us to ask the ravens?
No, I
You
shapeshift
caw.
and carry them in one claw, fly up as high as I
Ah.
can, and then fly straight down.
I gotcha.
Sorry, was my favorite.
Given that we've been to the Abbey and whatnot before, right? That cliffside it's on, how precarious is it?
It's precarious.
Like, is it
I
steep
mean,
enough that we could climb up or sneak our way in?
it's you. I mean, you don't know what your new athletic abilities are capable of, but
But if we fall, we
You know.
wouldn't take the bludgeoning damage.
it's true.
Yeah. So
Hey.
that's kind of what I'm thinking, is trying to sneak in the back way and
But that makes my idea even better, because if I accidentally drop you guys, then you're not going to take me older.
but then we would have the getting you food incident all over again, perhaps on a much larger scale, though. Whether if we're outside the walls.
course,
No.
I didn't say any of this. I'm just asking out of character because
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going with too, right? But like I do think perhaps maybe it almost does look like it might be a little less steep over here, but maybe coming from the woods in behind. Kind of like let's see, maybe sneak in here and then make our way down and.
I'm just gonna gesture to Hello to follow, and we're gonna go disappear into the woods.
All right, I will follow.
Cause you're obligated.
What are the rest of you doing?
Heading towards the front gate.
Okay. So you guys get to the front gate. The guards call out to you.
Owen's just like,
Show
yeah,
me your
yeah.
hands.
He pulls out the mace again. Stand around, everyone.
Poke my finger.
So they nod and open the gate and let you guys in.
Okay, let's take full speed ahead.
Yep, up to the abbey we go.
You might even say full steed ahead.
Oh boy.
Bet you wish I had that curse on me now, huh? Start talking about spiders and stuff.
Gotta get
Okay.
there. Get there as soon as possible, or elk.
Oh. Okay, so you guys, you ascend the familiar windy trail. You come up to the abbey. Otto escorts you in, and he takes you into the dining room area, where you see the abbot is feeding Casimir. Casimir's he's just sitting down. He has like a light meal. It's just kind of like some bread and a little bit of wine, whatnot. And they're just talking. What do you guys do?
Still hanging on for dear life. I'm just kidding. I don't want him to have Cass.
So as the door opens and Owen sees this, I'll go, so what say you, Abbot? Are you happy? We've brought Casimir.
Ah, yes, you have honored your word. Thank you. And he stands up and he says, "Who among you need to be cured?"
The other two haven't arrived yet. As you understand Kresk's security, they had to find alternate ways in.
I understand. We will wait. It is a time of celebrating, for Casimir has agreed. Real quick, what Hella and the Bard, what are you guys doing? You just scaling the wall back there?
Yeah, I think while we're scaling the wall, I kind of do want to talk to him and ask, and like pretty much ask him like if he thinks it's a smart idea to possibly give up like the strength and power that we have procured. Like it could be a benefit in the battles ahead.
I will attempt to say.
But
I don't know.
But instead, what you'll say is cheese. Cheese is a magical property. It has all kinds of benefits, and I believe that's why mice actually seek cheese, is because mice are magical. You start just kind of going on about this conspiracy theory about cheese, its magical properties, and the would-be mouse wizards.
Maybe nod your head or yes or no if you think it's a good idea. Maybe we'll try that.
And I just shrug my shoulder.
Hey, both of you give me an athletics check for while you're scanning this wall.
Oh, let's see.
And I think that is going to have bonuses on there because that hasn't been fixed on mine yet.
Oh, yep. Sorry, I was going to do that. I got distracted. Let me go.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. I will give her a roll now. I'm feeling hard.
Actually, still good enough.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think either one of you it's even possible for you to fail.
Yeah.
Why is it like
okay.
a 5 you need to be?
It was just a 5 for you guys, but for some reason I was like totally brain farting that Hella had the plus mod. Anyway.
Yeah.
So whatever. Yeah, continue your conversation.
I do personally feel it's beneficial that we possibly keep these skills, as we don't know what is out there, and if we do get a chance to master these new abilities, we could potentially protect the party better. We could beat enemies easier.
The bard will look at Hella and kind of nod. That's where his head's at. But he will try to say, but at what cost?
Gosh dang, dude, you are rolling terribly on these. Let's see. Instead, you start talking about, the best location that I've found in Krezk for tourists to visit is that shrine. It's quite fascinating, really, and beautiful. I think we need to go there again. Do you think there's any other locations in Krezk that'd be worth seeing?
We'll look at him kind of confused, and he's like, I'm sure we could visit any place you want.
You could see the bard get super pissed off that he can't say what he wants to say.
What he wants?
Like, as he's like climbing and like there's little stumps and stuff, he's like almost trying to rip out any branch or tree. He's just pissed.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, you guys do get to the top. You are on the backside of the abbey. The wall there wouldn't prove to be difficult for you to scale.
All right. It kind of one last thing. I will say to I will say to the bard before we actually meet up with the rest of the party is, and he's like, I hope that we're making the right call, whether we keep it or get rid of our affliction. But I will trust your judgment in the fact, and hope that the decision we make won't hurt the party later.
I'll just nod.
Yeah. Not going to make him roll for that. You're not going to do something else.
For nodding? No.
Yeah.
You can nod.
Okay.
A damn front man who
This
can't
one is-
speak.
A bard, nonetheless, not just any charisma-based class.
The bard.
Of all the curses for you to get rolled on, that's hilarious.
I know. This is annoying.
Okay, so you guys easily scale the wall. You're on the other side. You're pretty confident that you've been up here multiple times. It's kind of the same drill.
I
You guys just
look at Hella just before we get over the wall, and I try to pantomime myself looking. Actually, do I have the sky self? Hang on. No, I don't.
You guys are playing charades.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Charades.
pantomime myself looking like Casimir.
Yeah.
Maybe pull out one of my costume wigs or something like that. And then just draw my, thumb across my throat, like kill him, and then give a shrug.
I will kind of try to gesture, like kind of.
You can speak. I
And
can't.
that. Well, I'm just thinking, with how close we are, we don't know if we're
fair.
being watched or anything.
Hey,
But
you let him pantomime back. I want this to continue.
Yes, I will kind of try to gesture back, the best I can, to that, and kind of make the gestures that my mind is in the same place. Did you want me to roll a performance or anything on that to see how well I can?
No, that's fine.
No? Okay, all right. And I kind of, after gesturing that and say to him, like openly, and that, kind of say it's like, the choice will be yours. If you want it done, it'll be done.
And I hop over the wall.
Okay, all right, I will follow him.
So you guys hop over the wall. I'm assuming you go head on into the courtyard and move into the main area where you've generally encountered the abbot.
I'm sure
Yep.
I can pick up my party scent.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are all rejoined. Everybody's now in here, and the abbot, upon seeing you, he just walks slowly, non-threateningly towards you, and holds out a hand. And he says, "Ah, come, my child. I will free you." And he's like reaching his hand out towards you.
I look at the party and see what they want me to do.
Owen's like giving a very stern nod.
The abbot takes a step forward, and starts gently moving the palm of his hand towards the bard's forehead. And he places his hand on your head.
Don't stop it.
Receive the blessing and light of the Father. And you feel all ailments, curses, sickness, you feel healthier than you've ever felt. And you no longer feel that kind of churning feral desire within you. All of it's gone. And you do feel like you have regained also the ability to speak and cast spells all over again.
And now my strength is back to 8.
Why do I
I feel so bad about
And the abbot turned. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
As soon as he's done, like, with the spell, Owen will step forward and just give the bard, like, a giant hug. Pat him on the back, like, really hard.
I feel like Hella's gonna be like, "You can't take it from me!" and go running out of the freaking place.
So the abbot turns to Hella and he slowly takes a step forward. Come, daughter, receive the Father's light. And he moves his hand towards your forehead.
I will kind of look to the bard and it's like and make sure that like this is like going to be the right thing to be done.
You don't have to listen to me no more.
I know, but I'm just kind of like going based off of our conversation up here, right?
I'll nod.
I will. You'll kind of see like a little bit of like regret in Hella's eyes that she's given up this kind of power, but she will let the abbot do his thing.
So the abbot places his hand on your forehead and he says, daughter, receive the grace of the mother and be cleansed. And you feel healthier than ever. All diseases, all the poisons, all curses, gone. And you feel completely renewed, and that feral desire within you is washed away. And the abbot turns to Owen and he says, thank you. And he turns to Kiki. And you. Thank you all for keeping your word. And he just slowly starts moving back towards Casimir to join him at the dinner table.
Owen will move over to Hella as well and give her just as strong as a hug. But this time he'll kind of like lean in a little bit and he'll whisper. He says, I know it wasn't an easy choice. I know it was tempting, but thank you.
I will kind of say back to him, it's like, I just hope I made the right choice in giving up this power. It may be needed later. Or it may have been needed later.
Owen will kind of pat her on the shoulders and let go.
Just so you know, Dark, you no longer feel the super strong desire to read that book. Hey, so the abbot, he looks at you guys and he says, would you care for supper?
Shoot! I just remembered we were supposed to have dinner at the camp, guys. I'm such a flake.
No, that's why.
Okay.
I mean, we could potentially do both. It's early enough. We could have a quick bite here and then go have our proper dinner at the camp.
Might I ask where the loo is?
And the abbot just kind of gestures, kind of you would know he's gesturing out back, basically.
I step outside. Do I see anyone out there?
Oh, there's mongrel folk all over the place.
Like, are they eyeballing me?
Some are, most are just like screaming in agony. There's like all these little rooms all around the main courtyard area, and there's mongrel folk screaming in there. There's a couple that are in the courtyard, and they don't seem to be paying too much attention to you now.
I'm going to walk around the corner like I'm gonna take a piss. And what I'm going to do is do my best to disguise my voice, make it sound super angelic-like, and I am going to point in the direction of where I knew Casimir was and cast message. And say,
What do you...
do not trust the abbot. His promises are false.
Okay, give me a persuasion check. And a performance. Just because I don't want you to feel like I'm cheating you.
God damn! But with a I do have inspiration, although I wouldn't have been able to use it without knowing I failed, so I don't know if I should use it.
It's fine.
I'm going to use my inspiration on my persuasion.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm reading message really quick. It's... I was just looking to see if, okay, so they can reply. I don't think that he does. I don't think he would.
Okay.
So, okay, yeah, you've sent your message.
And then I just wait like a minute, and I walk back.
Well, what's everyone doing? It's early
I would be
afternoon.
eating whatever it is that he offers.
It's a meager meal. They just have like bread and some wine.
I still don't trust him. Owen also told me not specifically to trust him, just to wait, so... Yeah. So I probably wouldn't be eating anything except for whatever it is that I had on.
I will indulge him and at least have a couple of pieces of bread.
Plain, nothing exciting about it. It's not like it's delicious or anything, just some bread. As you're eating, maybe a little dog hair is in one of the
I was
loaves.
just gonna say, was it prepared by the mongrel folk? Because we might find some weird stuff.
Oh no.
I'll just kind of like pull like a strand out and just like, and then just kind of like shrug it off and continue eating.
You mean to tell me a shrimp fried this rice? in this scenario, yes. Yes. Odell
Yeah, go ahead.
take a look at Kiki and he'll say, Kiki, how urgent was this dinner? And he'll kind of like tap on his temple as he asks this.
Um, I will telepathically contact you. Are you meaning we should leave or that we need to take care of this now that we're here? We did technically fulfill our promise.
I'm assuming real quick, Kiki, that you're telepathically saying that, but then you're verbally saying something else.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this is delicious food.
Go ahead, Owen.
Oh, I guess Owen will just kind of reply, hit that link. Just we'll keep an eye on things, but if you feel we need to go, let us know.
Verbally, she will say, "What compliments might we give to the chef?" But telepathically, she's gonna say, "I don't feel it safe to bring Petrina back or leave Casimir here unattended." It wasn't Otto, was it?
Assuming that was the abbot.
Yep.
No. Otto guards the front gate.
Oh, I like that one. Quite fond of that one.
At this point, as you guys are talking and just kind of having this calm moment, the silence is destroyed by a very loud explosion in the not too distant area. And as you guys run out of the area, finding a nearby vantage point to look in the direction of the explosion, you see that down at the base of the road, out where the Dusk Elves were making camp, you see that there is now scorched earth and smoke. Fire is strewn about as a tiger ravages the Dusk Elves, and you can hear their screams from this distance. And that's where we're going to end session.
Oh,
It's getting good. Why do you always do this?
Oh no.
Like, first our characters got killed by Strahd. It's like, okay, we're gonna end here. Then we meet Strahd. Okay, we're gonna end here. Okay, T, you're almost dead. We're gonna end here. Oh my goodness.
it's a cliffhanger. No
Yeah.
I
pun
don't like
intended.
cliffhangers.
Oh,
Especially his cliffhangers. Cause I ever spend the whole week just spoiling about it.
The art of the cliffhanger.
Oh, I'm so wondering if my inspired roll did anything.
Actually, no. I know who owns a tiger, but that's metagaming.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure. Actually, Dark, do you know who owns the tiger?
Nope.
I don't remember if
Oh.
I know that. I know you guys
No one
saw
say
it once,
anything.
but I don't think.
No one-
I don't know. If,
No one say anything. This is gonna be
It's
an
not-
surprise for him.
The only people that I know that own tigers is Siegfried and Roy. Okay, come on.
okay. So I'm pretty sure everyone else has read the campaign, DM'd it, whatever, and so you guys know. But I think Dark.
Well, I would know 100% for sure.
Yeah. No, Kiki would even know in game.
Yep,
but
that's
it's-
why I said 100% for sure.
The rest of us will just see this giant tiger.
Hello, Edie.
Okay.
Crouching Dusk Elves. Giant
Hey
tiger.
guys. Well, I'm gonna work on settings all week. My goodness, there's so much work to be done all over again. So I will.
That
I will
big
get
of
all
a
this
boo-boo?
prepared. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was not great. And I will get you guys. I'm making a little bookmark in my brain to make sure I get you guys the correct Tome of Strahd, because the last one that I gave you guys was the vanilla version, which is not the correct version. So
Gotcha.
I will paraphrase. Essentially, it's instead of it being about Tatiana, it's essentially been altered to where Patrina is the one, and Tatiana is more of a rebound. That's the paraphrased version. There's obviously some good details in there that you'll want to read, but I will get that to you guys so you guys can read it next week.
Okay.
And I'll keep tinkering with the settings again because, yeah, as you guys have seen, a lot of it has just been undone. So all that automation, God, I gotta redo it. So
I know it went pretty smooth, from what I've seen, but
good.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
well, I'm gonna go put my
second
kids to bed, so
guessing
I will talk to you guys
everything.
later.
Yes,
Have a
thank
good
you for the
night, guys.
session.
Thank you.
Yep, have a good one, guys.
Goodbye.
yeah, you as
Bye.
well.